First time buyers, pause right there. Before you decide if you should buy a flat or a house, let me save you from a mistake that cost people thousands, because choosing the wrong property type is not just about space, style, or vibes. It's about what you must check before you buy. And trust me, this decision follows you for years. Today, I'm breaking down how to choose the right property type for your very first home, flat or house. And for those who don't know, a house in the UK refers to a detached, a semi-detached, a bungalow, or a terrace. So, what are the pros and cons? And what are the non-negotiables you must check before you commit? Because your first home is not just where you live, it's usually your first big financial move. You get it right and you set yourself up nicely. Get it wrong and it becomes an expensive lesson. So let's get into it. Let's start with flats. For a lot of first-time buyers, flats feel like the easiest entry point. And in many cases, they are. Flats are usually cheaper than houses in the same area, which means you need a lower deposit or a smaller mortgage to get one. That alone helps many people get on the ladder sooner instead of waiting years just to save their deposits. Number two, maintenance can also be easier. You're not worrying about roof or external walls or big structural repairs on your own. That responsibility is shared. Also, depending on the building, you might get extras like security, parking, lift, and even in some cases, a gym. That convenience can be a big plus, especially in city locations. Now, here's the flip side. Space is often limited. You have less storage, smaller rooms, and usually no private garden. If you plan to grow your family quickly, that can feel tight real fast. Again, you have service charges and ground rents, and if you are not careful, these can be silent killers. They can look small at first, but over time, they add up and can be increased. Also, you have limited control. You cannot just knock down walls or make major changes whenever you feel like it. You are living within the rules set by the building or the management company or the freeholder. If you are indeed considering getting a flat, here are the things you must check. Quick pause, hit subscribe, and join a community of property investors that are getting insider knowledge that most people pay thousands for. The next video might just be the breakthrough that you need. Don't miss it. Hit subscribe now. First, the service charge. Not just how much it is, but what it actually covers. Cleaning, repairs, insurance, lift. You need clarity. Second, the lease length. And this is huge. Short leases can make it harder to get mortgage or even harder to sell later. Always check how many years you have left on the lease. And number three, the management company. Poor management can turn a nice building into a stressful place to live. So look at the reviews, the complaints, and how issues have been handled in the past. Now let's talk about houses. Houses are usually seen as a dream, and for good reason. You generally get more space, more rooms, more storage, and sometimes a garden. You also have more freedom if you want to renovate, extend, or reconfigure the layout. In most cases, you can, and that means you can easily add value over time. Houses also tend to perform better long term in many areas, especially family-friendly locations. But houses come with responsibility. They usually cost more upfront, which means a bigger deposit and higher monthly payment. Maintenance is also fully on you. If there's a roof issue, the boiler breaks down, the garden upkeep, all this is on you. If something breaks, it's your problem and on your wallet. Location might also be a trade-off. Houses are often further from the city centers, which might mean longer commute or fewer transport links. If you are considering buying a house, here are what you must check. First, the condition of the property. Check the roof, electrics, plumbing, window. All these, are they in good condition? Mind you, a cheap house can quickly become expensive if repairs stack up. Secondly, The area. Look beyond the house itself. Check the area for schools, shops, transport. What's the noise level in the area, and are there plans for future development? Third, other cost. In case you plan to carry out refurbishment or upgrades or extensions, you need to include this in your budget to know the true cost of the house. Now listen closely. This part applies to every property, be it a flat or a house. First, location of the property. And I just don't mean today. Think about long term. What is the transport, the commute, the amenities available, the schools available in the area? What is it like today, and what is it going to look like tomorrow? Second, condition of the property. Even if it is a new build, it still needs checking. Snagging issues, structural concerns, or signs of poor workmanship, all this can cost you a lot later. Third, resale potential. Life changes, job changes, and your plans can change. So you want a property that someone else will want to buy should you choose to sell later in future. If you get these things right, you massively reduce your risk. Now, here's the truth. Your first time home does not have to be perfect, but it must be a smart choice. Do not buy based on what looks good on social media or what feels exciting at the moment. Buy based on fundamentals, the location, the condition, and your numbers if it truly stacks up. And again, what's the future value potential of the property? This is how people start securing their future, one smart decision at a time. So there you have it. If you want to get more property tips, first time buyer guidance, and more honest breakdown just like this, do like and subscribe for more. Cheers, and see you in the next video.